Hello, back again for another A-League watch along. This time we have Sydney against Perth Glory. So I'm just trying to get things underway here. So be with me. Thank you guys for tuning in if you are here. But this game here, Sydney are the favourites at $1.91, Perth $3.50, $3.60 for the draw. I've gone for a 3-0 victory for Sydney. So they are ones that's looking really good at the top of the table in the A-League. We look at the table. Got them in first spots, 46 points, 15 wins, 1 draw, 2 defeats. 4 wins in the past 5 matches for Sydney. Got a 10-point lead, very comfortable over Melbourne City there. And for Perth Glory, they're currently in 5th place, 30 points. 1 victory, 2 draws for them in the past 5 matches. So not too shabby for themselves as well. So I've got a few other matches as well too to follow on. We've got Olympia Warriors against Staff Hobart, scoring a goal there. So hopefully that works out well. Currently got 2-0 lead for a couple of Australian teams here. There wasn't too many matches going on, of course, because of the coronavirus, and that is impacting a few other things recently, as our Prime Minister announced there's going to be a 2-week travel ban from and to the country, so that impacts any New Zealand sports that is overseas, including the likes of the A-League, the Super Rugby, the Black Caps there. They coming back after just playing 1 game in an empty stadium as well too. So loads of stuff. No one's making any comments yet, so feel free if you are watching. Not sure how many people are watching the stream at the moment, but get involved. Add something to the chats and keeping an eye on it as well too. And the Crusaders are playing against the Sunwolves there currently in Brisbane in Australia. As you know, Japan and their situation is quite a bit worse. But 7-0 lead for the Crusaders, 24 minutes in. But yeah, it sounds like some of these teams, like the Wellington Phoenix, might not be able to come back home as well too for the remainder of the season. So good drama to follow. But for the most part, we focused on this particular match here at the moment. Also going to Melbourne City and Western Sydney Wanderers game coming up, so stay tuned for that one. So we can go through the lineups and other sorts of things in the meantime. So Sydney are the favourites for this game, $2.20, according to the latest odds. $3.60 for the draw, $3.10 for Perth. We go for the lineups. This is a really nice shots of the lineups there. With Sydney, they got LaFondra, they got Barbarouses. Gatman's there, cheers with a beer. You know the A-League is on when you see Hungry Jacks commercials. Nice one there. Yeah, it's one of the very few sports that's still on these days there. I was just discussing the facts that New Zealand Prime Minister recently announced a complete travel ban in New Zealand, or from New Zealand. So the 2 weeks of isolation shall you travel to the country after Sunday. So that impacts all of the overseas New Zealand teams, including the Black Caps for the cricket, which decided to end their series from just that 1 match they played against Australia yesterday and come back home. For the Wellington Phoenix, it sounds like they might have to play all the remaining games overseas for the A-League, and that will have huge consequences should that happen, as we don't get that home advantage as well too. And things like the Super Rugby and with the Crusaders, the Blues playing overseas as well too currently, so maybe they might have to stay there, or possibly the seasons might get postponed quite a bit further, as we're seeing all across the board, mainly in Europe with all the different divisions out there. that's got all these postponements recently. So huge drama with all this coronavirus. No, there will be Wellington Phoenix games, but it sounds like after Sunday there, after once they got this home fixture, possibly they might have to go to Australia to travel, and then they might end up having to play the rest of the games in Australia, because at the moment, if you come back into the country after Sunday, there's a 2-week quarantine ban, so you have to be in isolation for 2 weeks to come in here. Pretty crazy stuff, but we just have to deal with it with how things come along. But situation changes every few days, every few hours as well too, it seems like. And yeah, also keeping track of a whole bunch of other Australian games football-wise that's going on at the moment. So while we got some football going on, might as well keep an eye on things. So we got Olympia Warriors 3-0 lead over South Hobart now, so they're looking really nice. Also we got Power against Cumberland United in the EPL. Guys that's been following that at all. And the Crusaders rugby sides went off on Christchurch there. They're currently in Brisbane against the Sunwolves from Japan, as they based in their home games in Australia at the moment. But yeah, back to the game there. So this is the lineups. We've got Vicini, we've got Barbarouses, we've got Lafondra, we've got Caceres, Wetray, Brighton, Nikovic. In defence, got Grant, McGowan, Wilkinson, King, Redmayne in goal. And we got Barbarouses. Yeah, so got a whole bunch of Australians. Got Barbarouses, which is a Kiwi. We have Lafondra, English, Nikovic, Serbia. And we got a couple of Spanish guys in the Perth Glory lineup, as well as a Ukrainian with Foroli and Swiss guy Woodwich. And these are some of the substitute options. At the moment for the A-League, they currently got bans for these games just for this week until their over 500 person ban situation takes effect, and then it will be empty stadiums for the A-League as well too, so bear that in mind. So it could be the last opportunity for having fans in any grounds, any stadiums across the world really, so possibly the A-League season might get postponed as well too. Hopefully not, because this is the only main league that I've been following since the start that has not been postponed, with the Premier League, the Scottish Premiership, La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga and Liga 1 in action. Okay, well we're underway as well too, 2 minutes into this match, so we're already underway. So 0-0 between Sydney and Perth, early stages. Try and get some of the other statistics and things up. That's the current standings. First place Sydney winning away with things. Perth will be in 5th place there. Let's see if I can get up that other useful information. So Sydney versus Perth live updates. If anyone else is watching the stream there, get involved, join Gatman in the comments. He's usually quite helpful and useful with all his information going on. And I might try and see if I can watch this game on the phone this time, since I got the 2 split screens going on, to try and get things up on the screen there for these different statistics and players and stats and things like that, and then see if I can watch the game on the background as well too, but just trying out that for the first time, so bear with me as I try to get things sorted. Also did another stream just before the stream to do with the coronavirus updates here. Lots of different things going on in recent times. Past couple of days we just basically see everything cancelled across the board, so even some New Zealand events have been postponed as well too, with the Pacifica thing going on and the mosque shooting anniversary, that's tomorrow. has been cancelled. So where can I find this live update thing? News. Perth, doesn't want to show me anything. Not grand final. I want live score updates or something. Yeah, we got live flash score here. There was some better useful site that gave better information. I can't remember what site that I used yesterday. Do you remember there, Catman? What site did I use yesterday? Anyway, it's 0-0. Let's see if we can find any details on here. Anyway. Well, I'll just try and get the game up on the phone then, so I can give you better updates that way, I guess. I can do so. If you haven't done so already, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. As that's mosque near where you live. It's a good 6 k's away, but being in the same city, it was somewhat scary at the time. So yeah, there was some pretty crazy stuff there where 51 people ended up dying. We haven't seen anything like that ever happen to New Zealand before as well too, so completely out of the blue. So I also got the dog here, Bailey, this time as well too, so keep him well and contained. Okay, got the game up on my phone now. Just trying to get some sounds. Seems like it's a pretty quiet game in terms of the crowd anyway. I suppose a lot of fans want to stay away, given the fact they have to stay away next week anyway because of this coronavirus issue. So Sydney got themselves a corner on the far right hand side, ball swung in, headed away. So Sydney got the early pressure. Six minutes in, got Sydney against Perth, got the game up on my phone there, so let's see if we can get that working. See if I can get some more statistics up on the screen as well too for you guys. Click for more details. I tried to see the video from yesterday for the website but couldn't see the name. Oh yeah, fair enough there. Yeah, that would have been helpful. Cheers there, Gatman. My statistics. So hopefully it shows something. But anyway, that's just some score updates for you across Australia if you guys are interested. Oh, and the Samoas has scored a converted try as well too in the rugby league against the Crusaders. So that will be a big upset if they can get a result against my team. And yeah, so I thought that Sydney would be able to win this game quite easily, 3-0. And Gatman, you've gone for just a 1-0 victory for this match. Wiley likes Liverpool. Who's Wiley? And you also like Liverpool as well too there, Gatman. So, yeah. Perth on the ball at the moment. In the midfield as they come down the left hand side. Early chance for them. With Grande. Mirrodin. Oh, lovely turn. With the better glance. Oh. Smooth shot. Maybe Fox Sports. I currently got it on BT Sport 2 there, so I got the game up on my phone there, so I'll give you the commentary as we go along. So it's all working quite nice and smoothly now. And then you can sort of see the scores along here as well too. Kilkenny in the midfield with Mirrodin coming down the left hand side. Finds Mirrodin. Perth are creating some opportunities here early on. And turned over, dispossessed by Sydney there. And they got 4-on-4 on attack here. Good counter attack opportunity. Coming through Barbarousas. Oh, important touch by Grant there as they're heading towards goal there. One-on-one opportunity for Sydney. So they just managed to prevent that major opportunity. Yeah, 26-9 wins in favour of Sydney over the years as well too, so everything pointing towards Sydney for getting themselves to victory here as well. And Carver White also predicted this match. He went for a 2-2 draw between Sydney and Perth. So if he gets that one right, then he'll be ahead of our prediction streak there, as we all managed to get that Brisbane War winning correct over Central Coast Mariners, even though it was just by that 1-0 margin in the end. Glance with a through ball for Kilnasey and Castro. They switch it to the right hand side there, Perth. Can they score an early goal here? Hooks one in, headed away. Rainy day at the stadium. Yeah, there seems to be very few fans, but it's hard to know if that's because of the weather or because of the coronavirus situation. So Perth with the early possession there. So just somewhat like what Central Coast did yesterday there against Brisbane. They dominated the first 20 minutes of the match before Brisbane really grew into the game there, created more shots, more chances, and ultimately scoring a goal, even though they weren't able to continue on with that. Pressure. We thought Sydney would be sunny. Well, we're out of the summer season now, out in Oceania, so heading into the autumn. So you see a bit more cooler conditions. But yeah, it's probably a bit lower temperatures than what they normally are. Just seeing if I can get some more statistics and things, but doesn't seem like it's going to come along. Oh, here we go, 0-0, 13 minutes in. Here we go, here's something a bit better. 66% possession for Perth, so really dominating this game so far. With Glance, and this was really good with Kilnasey, and they win a corner kick as well too. No shots, none on targets, no blocks, but corner kick there for Perth Glory. But behind the live updates there, so bear with me, but currently got a corner kick here for Perth Glory from the stream that I'm watching on BT Sport 2. Currently 13:06 here, and according to this, we're 14 minutes in, so I'm about a minute behind. But here's the statistics. Is anyone else there watching the stream as well as Getman there? Feel free to leave some comments there, get involved in the stream. I can't currently see the numbers of how many people are watching, but hopefully Getman can let you know how many people are watching the stream there at the moment. Getman. It's gone out for a goal kick now for Sydney, so Perth not able to make most of that corner kick. A good start from Perth Glory, they are the underdogs for this match. But they are more in need of the points than what Sydney are. And Sydney, it seems like they sort of basically waked up top spot. Perth Glory be pushing for the home final spots or just making the top 6 home or away matches for the last 6 as we head into the playoffs in a couple of months or so. So Perth still dominating possession, but 51% now, or 65, so this is changing all the time. Do you go to the beach often? I go to the beach a few different times there. Depends where you can't as often, I guess, to how often I go. I suppose maybe once a month on average, I guess. So not too often. Grant, Caceres, Sydney winning a free kick here. Trying to charge down the free kick, Sydney with an opportunity here, cross goal, headed away. Barbarouses. Oh. So Sydney on the ball. Oh, National Sports Loaded, welcome in. You're going for Perth Glory, 2-1 winners. So you like to go for the upset wins. You went for Central Coast Mariners yesterday. You got proven wrong definitely on that one. But yeah, hopefully, I suppose Perth Glory can pull off an upset. That will be a lot more exciting, especially for them as they try to go for the home semi-finals positions. They move up the table. For me personally, being a Wellington Phoenix supporter, I suppose rather Sydney win and for the Wellington Phoenix to try and get that second place instead. So Sydney on the ball at the moment, 17 minutes in. What's up, National Sports Loaded? No symptoms for you yet. Apparently not. Or maybe he does and is just staying at home and watching it that way. So just back to the Sydney keeper there, and we're rebuilding this attack. First A-League side in the club's history to win 15 of the first 18 games in A-League history there. Sydney been a dominating force in the past few seasons, and here they go with Lafondra, Caceres and a shot and a save, and Barbarouses with another shot offside. Big opportunity for Sydney to take the lead. Nah, but I did have the flu before though. Yeah, that's the thing, that most people are going to get the flu instead of the coronavirus, and then it's pretty easy to mix the two together there. So then that creates a lot more panic, doesn't it? It's good that you're all better there now, National Sports Loaded. Yeah, I don't think I really like this website thing. I think I might just go back to the flash score thing so we can see other live updates for all the other Australian games there, keeping on the scores, and then just watch the game on the phone, be updated, and hopefully it doesn't buffer or pause or have issues, but at the moment it seems to be working quite nicely. So 0-0 as we nearly approaching the 20th minute mark of this match. And other matches we got there, it's 1-1 between Cumberland United and Parwa. We have 0-0 between St Albans and Eastern Lions. We have a 3-1 half-time lead for Olympia Warriors against South Hobart. And the Crusaders now got a 14-7 half-time lead in the Super Rugby as well too. But the main game we focused on is this one just here, Sydney against Perth Glory. I don't have the flu, not coronavirus anymore. It's gone, so no, don't worry about me either. Yeah. I was aware of what you're mentioning there, but at the time when you do have the flu, you might have an outside thought that potentially you might have the coronavirus instead, but once everything goes through quite smoothly, then it's back to business as usual. And Sydney Barbarousas teasing a ball in with a header across, eventually clearing. So Sydney are starting to build themselves into this match there after Perth Glory were creating a few chances themselves. But remember, we're on to our final week of these A-League matches before they are behind closed doors. So enjoy this match with fans and the Melbourne City Western Sydney game, the Wellington Phoenix and the Melbourne Victory matches, as well as Adelaide against Newcastle Jets. And the other recent news there, National Sports Loader, if you weren't aware, of the Wellington Phoenix, it sounds like they might have to play the remainder of the season out in Australia, as recently announced with the Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern in New Zealand that you have to do a 2-week quarantine if you're coming from any overseas countries after Sunday. So big drama in terms of everything that's going on with the coronavirus. Lots of other New Zealand teams and leagues affected as well too. With the Super Rugby, a few teams that's overseas, what's going to happen with that season? What's going to happen with the Black Caps? Currently they cancelled the series against Australia now as well too. And the NRL season with the Warriors playing against the Roosters. I think they're getting destroyed last time I saw currently. As we're approaching the halfway of this first half, not a lot's been happening in the past few minutes, but it's great that the stream's able to work quite nicely. And we have a big moment coming up in a minute as I'm slightly behind. Big mistake at the back, and there's the goal. Sydney have the lead, 1-0. Big mess up at the back. It seemed to be quite plain sailing pass, and all of a sudden got snatched away, and we have a goal. That just came out of absolutely nowhere there, with Braden with the tap in there after a huge defensive mistake from the goal kick, go to a Perth Glory defender, and then just got snatched off him. And there were 3 attacking Sydney players steaming towards the goal and just being really sloppy on it, and all of a sudden we have a goal in this match for Sydney against Perth. Wow. And the goal's been ruled out. VAR checking it. Came from a goal kick there. It was just a bad mistake defensively at the back, it seemed like. But we have a look back at it. It seemed like a handball. Was it? Handball on the second touch. They were really lucky with that one. Yeah, so we have a correction here. Still 0-0. The big drama there. Perth Glory really sloppy at the back there, as they had 3 attacking Sydney players up top. Got snatched off them, but fortunately wasn't able to keep the arm down, as Brighton was steaming onto the goal and tapping the ball into the goal there. But yeah, fortunately for Perth Glory, handballed it in the process. So he's still 0-0, but big drama there. Just as afterwards I said that this game wasn't exciting at all there, boom, big moment. So here comes Sydney again. And National Sports Low, do you think that the Wanderers will storm at the top 6, or is it too late? We could have a look. Got the A-League over this tab as well too. The Wanderers situated 8th place on the table, 24 points, only 3 points off the playoff positions. Also got a game in hand as well too, so they're definitely in the midst there, the Wanderers. For sure, the Wanderers definitely have a chance. I think City wins tonight with Melbourne City against Western Sydney. Yes, I have gone for Melbourne City there. And I went for a 3-2 thriller for that game coming up. For Gatman, Gatman went for Western Sydney. I got quartered here. So you changed your mind on that prediction there, Gatman, because you did go for a 4-3 win for Western Sydney. I won't be surprised if Melbourne City wins. Well, yeah, I was going for Melbourne City. Gatman was going for Western Sydney 4-3 thriller last time I heard. So does that mean you want to change your mind on that prediction there, Gatman, to Melbourne City? There's been some more developments for Melbourne City to win this match, do you reckon? Grant trying to get a through ball here, deep down the far right hand side into the box for Sydney, but cleared away. Given a free kick away, Perth Glory inside their own half, kicks a free kick. Perth Glory on the ball towards the halfway line. Yeah, well, let me know there, Gatman. It's not too late to change your mind for the games that's coming up. It's too late for this game and for obviously the Brisbane game that's been gone. But you can still change your mind for the Western Sydney, the Wellington Phoenix and the Adelaide United matches if you choose to do so. No, I forgot my pick. No, we are going to let it roll. Okay there, Gatman. Yeah, it just seemed like you had a change of heart in terms of different teams, but maybe it's just a difficult match to call in general. But we are expecting quite a few goals in that match there, so it should be a really exciting game, hopefully. As this match and the Brisbane War match might have very little goals. Here comes Perth, headed in. Oh, appeals for handball with Ollie. And a free kick being awarded for Sydney as well too. So Perth with an opportunity there. Headed and chested down by the number 9. And I don't think the hand got involved in that play. What's the crowd there? there was a crowd at least, but it's very minimal. Maybe because of the coronavirus situation thing looming, as next week the matches will be behind the closed doors, so they might be just preparing for that situation. Give you some other live score updates on the flashscore.com websites. It's 1-1 heading into full time in this match between Cumberland United and Power. Less than 1,000 people, really? Is it really that low? Well, they had that situation of crowds over 500 must only be applicable if there was importance, so less than 500 crowds potentially for the following week if they have any at all. But I thought they would have been allowed the full stadium for this lot of matches, but I guess they might just have some certain restrictions for these games. Oh, a very late winner here for Cumberland United, just talking about 90 plus minutes, so well done to them against Power. We got St Albans and Eastern Lions still 0-0. We got 3-1 for Olympia Warriors, and the Crusaders just starting the second half, their 14-7 lead over the Sunwolves. And this match still 0-0 as we approach the half-hour mark for my stream anyway. I think I'm good minute and a half behind the actual time here. How would you feel about matches being played behind closed doors? In terms of watching it at home, it doesn't make any difference, but in terms of the atmosphere on the crowd, it sort of dulls things a bit down there. You don't get that extra excitement if you're one of those players from the home fans cheering you on, trying to score the goals that you need to get the result out of the game. So more so it affects the players than what it does for me personally. But then you just hope that the players don't get the virus themselves, as what's been happening in all the different divisions and in Europe there with Juventus defenders, Sampdoria players, got the Chelsea Callum Hudson-Odoi situation, as well as Arsenal Mikel Arteta, all getting the coronavirus themselves. So it's all very well having it behind the closed doors, but then it's up to whether or not the players themselves or the management, one of them, if they get it, then this league will be postponed as well too. LA needs to be brave and play on for our sakes. Yeah, it's not just all about us that you get, man. I have different ideas what we can do. Barbarosa's blocks. I'll still be on streaming, but for other things there, if you guys are interested, just in case if the LA does get postponed. But it's always nice that they have an actual football match going on there, because they were bringing the viewers quite a bit more. Not sure how many people are watching the stream at the moment, but I know there's Gatman and National Sports loaded here at least. So Sydney themselves got a corner kick on the right hand side. Bog swinging in. Lafondra and Blots and cleared away. How long do you reckon this will go on for? Well, they say a month worth of suspension matches for the divisions, but it's probably going to take a good 2-3 months or so. So a few months until we get past the peak of the virus, because we haven't quite reached the peak yet. And then once the numbers on a daily basis start to come down there, that's when a lot more hope and matches get to resume themselves, presumably, going forward. Unless they just have an all closed door situation and the players that do have the illness, for them to stay away or something like that, but that seems a bit risky. And Sydney with a shot there, easily saved. Sydney seem to be quieting a bit more in this match there, 32 minutes in. And did have that goal that was walled off for handball. Oh, we got 7 viewers there. Thank you there, Gatman. Just on the setup that I have, I'm not able to see how many viewers I got currently on the stream there. So if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and feel free to comment on below there. So far we only got 2 people that's been making some comments, so the other 5 of you guys, feel free to join in the chat there. You can talk about this game, you can talk about the coronavirus situation, you can talk about anything there, make some jokes, or lighten the mood of all the seriousness of things that's going on as well too. Here come Perth. Wilkinson, but cleared, and out for a fine for Sydney. Okay, so that Cumberland United game, that did finish 2-1 against Power. LA City and Adelaide Comets just kicking off. St Albans Eastern Lions still 0-0. Still 3-1 over here as well too. And nice, the Crusaders got a 21-7 lead over the Sunwolves. So that's great stuff for my New Zealand Super Rugby team there. But hopefully you guys are here for the other stream live watch along that I got tonight between Melbourne City and Western Sydney Wanderers. That'll be really greatly appreciated. We got, well, me and Gatman anyway, expecting a lot of goals in that match. I've gone for 5 goals in that game with a 3-2 victory for Melbourne, and Gatman's gone for a 4-3 victory for Western Sydney. So hopefully it lives up to the hype of those goals, with the Western sides, Western Sydney and Western United, been scoring a lot of goals in the past couple of weeks. 7-4 fouls conceded for Sydney, and Perth Glory got themselves a free kick here. Ball swung in, right hand side, headed, but wide. So both sides been having their chances. I should have a little bit more of a look at the details, statistics of this game there. Stats, stats, not showing up. A-League, Sydney versus Perth, and here we go. So current statistics, 3-1 shots for Sydney and 1-0 on target for Sydney. So not the most exciting of matches there, but Sydney with a big opportunity to take that lead, but their handball goal got disallowed there, of course. Good old VAR got in the way. And we have an injury here with Ollie coming down for Perth. So backhanded in to him. Should be alright though. Oh yeah, just catching the trailing leg, and then it took a couple of steps before eventually falling down there, but seems like he's fine. He's got back up and we play on again. I feel like the NPL next week for the A-League. In terms of how quiet it is, yeah, I think it might be behind closed doors though, National Sports Loaded. If I'm not mistaken, or at least, yeah, maximum of 500 spectators there. So then that would sort of equal the situation for the NPL, and yeah, who knows, the following week we might see the games get called off, because that's the sort of escalating situation that happened in Europe there with the Serie A and Italy, with things started off being postponed and now more so cancelled. Argentina League still playing, yes I did see that. Russia and Hungary as well. Yeah, there was a Russia match there that I randomly kept an eye on the other day. and Bolivia as well as the English National League. Yes, yeah, there was a few different leagues going on there, so we'll probably try to cover as many of them as I can for the following week, as we look for them to replace the normal league that I predict. Since I normally do the Premier League, the Scottish Premiership, La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga, Liga 1, MLS, and of course the A-League. So yeah, I need to fill in the Bolivian League as the Premier League or something. And then yeah, the Russian, Hungary, Argentina one to fill in for the other top flight European League divisions. So I can keep some predictions, things going for you. Mexico is still playing at the moment. Yeah, the USA desperately making sure they don't send the coronavirus to Mexico there, because pull that wall quickly. But for the most part, they got all the cases. Ecuador, Chile, and Brazil as well. Yeah, it seems like the South American countries more so unaffected. I'm referring it for an empty crowd. So it is going to be an empty crowd stadium. Yeah, that was my first thought there, behind closed doors. But the NPL matches though, they'll still have fans themselves, I believe, only. So there'll be bigger attendances than the A-League, presumably. Unless they get behind closed doors as well too, possibly. Perth Glory just had a shot there, but I somewhat missed it in all this. The big one is the Turkish League, I think. So the Turkish League is still going, because if the Turkish League is still going, that'll be a really nice and interesting one to look into. And La Fondra get blocked. Yeah, since there's a good 4 teams that's fighting for the title out in Turkey there. If that's still going ahead, that's basically the main one. And Bolivia is a whole bunch of teams that's really close in together, as that always witty team ended up losing 4-1, as I had a brief look at before when I did my second coronavirus special stream. And National Sports Leader says my. I'm referring it to my empty crowd. Yeah, but La Fondra had a good opportunity there, but Frawley getting in the way of blocking, or the number 4 player. Whoever that was for Perth. I should get out the lineups for the match again there, if I can do so. Brighton bending 1-1. From a free kick there, Sydney. Brighton got onto the end of the ball there, but way over the top of the crossbar in the end. So Sydney really building those chances in numbers at this stage. And here comes Sydney again. With Caceres, artful corner kick. Oh, you're going to go for Fenerbahce. Okay, or like that one. And Fenerbahce is one of the more known sides. I mean, Istanbul is also in the mix as well too, right? We'll have a bit more of a look at these different leagues that we're talking about during the break as well too. That last few minutes before we get to half time, Sydney got themselves a corner kick on the right hand side. McAlvin shot on target but straight at the keeper. And here come Perth on the counter attack. They got 4-4 up here. Big opportunity, ball spun in, far right hand side, but missing for Ollie, but he manages to keep it in play. And that was a poor through ball there, easily cleared away for Sydney. But they're still coming back in attack there for Perth. So this wave of possession's not over. Castro. Oh, Castro with the 1-2 there. And the shots. Good opportunity. Good opportunity with Castro is 1-2 through ball. Well, 1-2 pass to the side there. But it's completely missing the target as a finish. Pretty awful miss there. Should have got that one at least on target, but way far right in the end. Now it's just a bit of a heading battle. And Sydney back in position, but they have to be careful here. The Perth Glory attackers are coming in their numbers. They're still in position there, Sydney. And they're not able to turn defence into attack themselves. So we might have one last opportunity here for Perth as we enter the 44th minute. We're just winding down to the half time. And yeah, still 0-0. Castro's been quiet for me this season. Well, he should have made an impact there with a really good opportunity of scoring a goal. So, yeah. Got 1 minute of added on time here. And Sydney in position, just the end of this half. Who scored? No one scored. It's still 0-0, but there was a goal early in this match, but handball prevented it from being awarded for LaPondra, I believe it was. Kilkenny, and coming down the far left hand side there, but that's hard for a goal kick. So that's just basically half time now. As we can see here, it's officially half time, 0-0. But on my stream, we've still got a few other seconds to go. But it's nice that my phone on the stream there is actually working for a change there, so keep that up for the second half. And there's the whistle. That's half time. Still 0-0 between Sydney and Perth Glory. So all to play for in the second half there. So now a good opportunity to have a look at what's going on. So we've got 3 viewers here currently. Only 2 people hit that like button. Sydney will not go back-to-back champions this year. Well, that's a pretty big statement there. National Sports Loaded. They probably win the... They have a really good chance to be the minor premiers, but maybe not the playoff champions, as they failed to do so last year, of course, against Melbourne Victory. But 4 wins the past 5 games, they got themselves a 9-point lead at the top of the table. If we get up that table on this tab here as well too, to show you that. Alright, I'll see you later, mates. Have fun. Okay, are you coming back for the second half there, National Sports Loaded? Or are you coming back for the other live watch along tonight with Melbourne City at Western Sydney? But we neither. I'll see you then, I guess. That's for getting this far anyway. A-League table. Hyundai A-League table. Yeah, so here we go here. So Sydney on top with 46 points. Melbourne City 36. Good old my Wellington Phoenix side, 3rd place currently with 33 points. Got Brisbane War in 4th 32. Perth 30 points. They have an opportunity to get themselves above Wellington Phoenix on goal difference there for 33 points if they're able to defeat Sydney. Got Western United, Adelaide, Western Sydney, Melbourne Victory, Newcastle Jets and the Central Coast Mariners. That's the situation on the A-League at the moment. But yeah, if we have a look at the Turkish League, really big battle going on in the Turkish League season. Super League is what they're known as. So we get up the latest situation in that division in Turkey and have a bit of a look. Teams like Trabzonspor, Istanbul, Galatasaray and Sivasspor in the midst, 25 matches gone. So Trabzonspor and Istanbul there, both on 52 points, and those two teams 49 points, so 4-horse title race out in Turkey. So very exciting stuff going on for Turkey. And assume that league is still going there as well too, from what I heard. Have a look at Turkey League, Istanbul FC. It doesn't work so well on this browser since it's the Internet Explorer instead of the Chrome. The Chrome you're able to see a lot more information. I actually just type things up straight away. You have to go into a bit more detail on this one for some reason. Kind of annoying. But yeah, what else do you guys want to discuss that's currently watching this at the moment there? Yes, we've got 15 minutes to get through to half time. Oh, the other thing I wanted to tell you about was this new thing I was going to try out. This football simulator thing as well too. So stay tuned for this in one of my upcoming streams. If I can get it to work and right, football simulator.uk. So footballsimulator.co.uk is one of the things that I got as an idea for an upcoming live stream. So I'll show you what I mean. Just put in my login details and password and things. So you've got all the different countries in the world, and then it simulates matches against each other. So if you select a random team, so I've got Sierra Leone against Dominican Republic, and then if you play the match at Freetown National Stadium as Sierra Leone's venue, and then select match, and if it's a draw, it's a draw. And then one of my ideas was thinking like going to have two countries against each other, and then you guys are going to make some predictions for the matches, and I make a prediction for this match. So I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw between Sierra Leone and Dominican Republic as 111th ranked, 150th ranked. We go into a match there, and then you can see all the different statistics that they got in here as well too. And you also have some other options if you pay the money for the official players to be involved as well too, but this is just the free version. We don't see any of those extra details, but you still get quite a lot of fun out of it, or I do anyway. So I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw between Sierra Leone and Dominican Republic, and then go kickoff. And then it generates a random result there, more likely than not it's going to be the favourite side winning, which in this case does happen with Sierra Leone getting themselves a 3-0 victory over Dominican Republic. And some of these statistics they got there, they got a left winger, an own goal and a striker scoring the goals for this match there. And yeah, how was I going to organise it? You get a point if you manage to get the right result, so if you get the right team to win, or if it's a draw, if you manage to predict the draw, and then you get yourselves 3 points if you predicted the exact scoreline as well too. Do Liverpool against Central Coast at Anfield. Yeah, that's the thing with those clubs against each other. Unfortunately, you have to pay quite a bit of money for them to have them, and I'll show you what I mean, because this is just the free version. You're only able to do the countries for free, but you can pay extra money to do more details for the clubs there, to see the actual players for the countries, as well as doing a whole bunch of league divisions, 60 different countries. But then you have to pay something like $50 and for like a year's worth or something like that. So it's quite pricey for some reason, unfortunately. If we go into upgrade info and upgrade your accounts, and then it shows here more simulations, more features. You can run group simulations with groups up to 16 teams. For the football simulator, use the club simulator to run simulations on hundreds of clubs from England, Germany, Italy, Spain, France, Scotland, and many other countries. And you can see the full list here. So this is countries are available to be able to do that. And yeah, it's got a whole bunch of European divisions, Asian divisions with China, Japan, stuff like that. It doesn't seem like they have an Australia option anyway, so I guess that's not possible at this stage, but they're really expanding all the time. But if you find out the prices of these things, it's pretty expensive to do, so I was just thinking of doing the free version with the countries. If you guys are interested in that, there's a future idea that I have available. If you click here to subscribe, and yeah, here you can go. Here's the different prices. So for the Football Simulator VIP, this is the most expensive version. For the 3-month version, it costs you $39.99 in euros. And yeah, for the Football Simulator 12 months for $25. So quite expensive. 6 months, $50 for the Club Football Simulator. So that's why I've sort of avoided those particular options. But if they were like $5 or $10, then I'll seriously consider that. It's quite a fun website to play around with anyway. But you're able to do that type of information with these other countries against each other. So I've got Montenegro against the likes of Turkey. So if you want to get involved there, Gatman, it's just a bit of a trial go at things. Montenegro ranked 67th in the world, Turkey ranked 24th in the world. And we're playing at Montenegro's home stadium there. And go on to match. And let's go for a 2-0 victory for Montenegro on this match here. Go for a bit of an upset out at home. Tough side to beat. And then we go kick off. And see what random results it generates this time around. It's gone for a 1-1 draw. So 66-minute goal for Turkey, centre back, the number 4 scoring, and the number forward, number 10 for Montenegro, 83rd minute, and a 1-1 draw. So that's another idea that I got as well too, coming up for you guys. So just a bit of a preview when we get through this half-time between Sydney and Perth Glory. Let's watch on there. Back on the flashscore.com website then. So 0-0 half time. 0-0 currently Adelaide City and Adelaide Comets. 0-0 there as well too between St Albans and Eastern Lions. This game just started. Perth Glory under 21s also playing against Up Croatia. Just started. Okay, you're a little bit late to the party there, Gatman. 3-0 for Turkey. At least my stream is really buffering along, but I apologise for that if that is. Yeah, 3-2 between these two Australian sides, and for some reason my Crusaders team has disappeared. maybe the match is finished. Looks like. Have a look. Sailors against the Sunwolves. They did have a 21-7 lead before. 35-14 to 67 minutes in is the situation for that match there. So they have a really good chance to win their match. Do you eat Hungry Jacks? No, we don't have Hungry Jacks, I believe, over here. I guess it'll be similar to our Burger King and Burger Fuel restaurants there. If it's a burger franchise place, is it? Gonna miss the next stream, gotta get some sleep tonight, Nate. Oh, but you don't have the excuse of watching a Liverpool match there tonight though, Caitlin. What's the big plans for you tomorrow? As you're only gonna get these A-League games, so you don't want to miss the games that's available at this stage. Guess the chat is delayed maybe. Okay, Leo, yeah, I'll bear that in mind. But yeah, do you like the idea for that particular website there, footballsimulator.co.uk it is under? So yeah, the idea was to have two different teams. I'm thinking of starting with my country, New Zealand, against Australia, and then we make these predictions there, and then I have a different tab, notepad there, keeping track of the different scores, and see who tops the league. So then you battle against me and the other viewers there, in terms of if you're able to somehow get these predictions spot on, or if you're able to get the correct result. And then, say for instance the home team wins, then we also get you guys to select a different country for the away team to be involved as well too. Hungry Jacks is Burger King. Okay, yes, I do have Burger King instead then. But we did have that a fella that said he was going to join in for that other match there with Melbourne City and Western Sydney, so hopefully he was going to tune up at least as well too. Yeah, but currently got 3 viewers in here, 2 viewers, 2 likes. So hello guys, get involved in the chat there. So far it's just National Sports Loaded and Gatman that's been added in the messages, so don't be afraid. Okay, seems like we're going to be underway. Yeah, 46 minutes in. So we're back on, are we? Must be a little bit behind, so I'll try and clear things up. Oh, we got a new subscriber. Zep1 has subscribed to my channel there, so I appreciate it there. Just a couple of minutes ago got notified that, so I appreciate that. What's Gatman saying? I think it'll be a cool Wiener Club Series simulator. Nice one. Yeah, I thought it would be a good idea. I had this idea for a wee while there, but with everything else going in the real world, we sort of have to go back to the virtual world to get a form of entertainment, I guess, now. Close that. So 0-0, 47 minutes in. I'm a little bit behind for the second half of this game. Yeah, it worked really well if we managed to get a few people tuning up for those streams there. Possibly every week, possibly a few times a week, possibly. Got to get up and go to the farm, get eggs and beef. All the stores are empty here. Ooh, sounds like a bit of a crisis. If you really need the eggs and beef. Are they going to be available and can't you wait till later, or they're going to be all sold out again? Is that the situation? Out in the US, everyone's really piling up on all sorts of food, more than what they need is the issue, right? So apparently this game has started back up again 48 minutes in, but for some reason my stream's been showing adverts there, so not sure what's going on there, but I'll try different different tabs, different options. But who's going to get the winner in this game? Somewhat of a bit of a boring clash so far between Sydney and Perth Glory. And all of a sudden my 3-0 victory for Sydney is looking in doubt. Gatman might have more so the right idea with Sydney just to nick the 1-0 victory. Oh, I have to wait and see. Yeah, here we go. We've got some link up here. Might be way behind actually, as the players just coming under the field now for this stream. So that's not good. I want to be more up to date than that. But as you can see here though, 50 minutes in, we're 0-0 in this match. Other games, 0-0 LA City, LA Comets, 0-0 there, 0-0 there, 0-0 there, 0-0 there. Lots and lots of 0-0s. But there was a goal with Rockingham City against Inglewood United. But not the day for goals, is it? Unless your Olympia Warriors or South Hobart teams 5-goal thriller in that match coming towards the end of that game. Keep the comments there going, guys. Gatman, anything else you want to discuss? Upcoming fixtures, upcoming coronavirus situation, any other latest updates in the news in the USA or something? Because I know that Donald Trump declared a national emergency there today, freeing up like $84 billion of funds. So things taking the plunge there quite a bit in the USA, more so than New Zealand. What is that, up to 45 deaths or so, and hundreds of cases, and all really escalating out of control. So I just tried to get the stream back up and running again here. It's just a bit of an issue during the half time, unfortunately. And I was trying a whole bunch of ads and quite a bit of a delay at the start of the second half game for some reason or another. Let's just keep monitoring that situation on that screen there of these score lines, currently still 8-0. But here we are, 49 minutes in, so we're good 3 minutes behind on my stream now, but we're back up and running. So I've got a little bit more of a delay for you guys, unfortunately, but hopefully you're able to handle it. And here come Perth, they're inside the box. And load, thank you. Oh, somewhat. Yeah, so we're coming up to 50th minutes on my stream, on my phone, for this match between Sydney and Perth Glory. And Sydney currently on the board at the moment. They got 5 numbers upfield, and now it's pausing a few times. Yeah, trying to stabilise the market so the world economy doesn't go too crazy. Well, I heard the world economy had its best day since 2008, so that's the viability about it there. I suppose with some of those positive announcements, with all those funds being freed up that sort of helped the markets, but they can only last for so long as everything else has been impacted. So we'll probably take another skydive down once again. Everything will settle down, but a lot of businesses are going to be hurt in the short term. Yeah, well, I mean, just being hurt in the short term there for businesses for a few months or so means that they probably have to go out of business. We may be placed under quarantine like Italy for 2 weeks. Just want to make sure I have enough meals. Yeah, well, I mean, how does that work with you? Because you have to go to the hospital, right? So I suppose your job is somewhat safe, since it's a important job. So you must be able to just carry on like normal for yourself, but everyone else that doesn't have life or death jobs necessarily might be out of work. But yeah, meatballs is really nice. I like spaghetti and meatballs there myself. But yeah, it does seem like you're going to be heading the way just like Italy there, with a whole bunch of schools being shut down and all the sporting events being impacted, with the baseball and the basketball, the football and soccer and all that sort of stuff. Just want to get the second half back working nicely for me. The first half went quite nicely though, strangely. But we're still 0-0, so not the most exciting of matches. But feel free to keep me entertained there, guys, that's watching. Upcoming matches tonight, we have Melbourne City against Western Sydney. Tomorrow's my Wellington Phoenix side, possibly their last game at home in the A-League against the Melbourne Victory. Also have Adelaide United against Newcastle Jets tomorrow night as well too. So a few matches still on the way. Now I'm fortunate, but I also work where the sick people are, so yeah, fortunate to have work, but at the same time a lot more vulnerable to actually contract the virus yourself. So you have to be quite careful there. Wash your hands a lot and stay clear when possible. And then you might be under quarantine regardless if you get in contact with someone or someone else ends up picking it up while you're being at work or something. Yeah, come on, load properly. Only 53 minutes in, if it just carries on not buffering along. But very nearly empty stadium out in Sydney because of this coronavirus. All the schools are closed. Eventually they'll close all non-essential businesses, only pharmacy and grocery, and they will be restricted. Yes, that was the same sort of situation out in Italy there. So they do a whole bunch of Skype interviews instead of school there. So basically carry on like it's a classroom, because good old use of technology gets involved, and then you can teach that way. And then yeah, just as long as you're able to get your food supplies, or the other option, you might have other delivery people, but they'll involve a lot of delivery people, so make more sense to travel to the grocery stores yourself, and just very few numbers, like 10 people or so at the time, which was happening in Italy, right? And then there was quite the big crowd outside, but then you probably have to be spaced apart as well too, so yeah, lots of different measures to somehow take into account there. seems like the final half an hour, 35 minutes of this game is going to be quite long if I'm not able to give you really much commentary about this game. I'll try and see what other statistics I can get out of this game or other things I can pop up on the screen if that is useful. So yeah, currently 0-0, 58 minutes in. 6-5 on the shots there for Sydney, 2-0 on target. So very few chances, 52% possession for Sydney as well too. So yeah, I still haven't done a commentary on a 0-0 football match, so I'm not playing or starting now. So it needs to be goal scored in this game. In the meantime, I have to let the dog out. So there you go, Bailey. Don't bark. Alright, there he goes outside. Other score updates. 1-0 for Adelaide Comets now against Adelaide City. 0-0 in these matches. 1-0 for Armadale. 1-0 for Rockingham City. 1-0 for Gleewip, Croatia. And well, 4-3 into the stoppage time there between Olympia Warriors against South Hobart. So that one's a really entertaining clash. That one's 7 goals. Wow. So stay tuned on that one if there's going to be a 4-4 dramatic draw or something. But anyway, my stream is back up and running somehow, briefly. Just won't turn the sound on just in case if that plays up. So 0-0, 56 minutes here. Good 4 minutes behind now somehow. No, not good. And still having some buffering loading issues as well too. Anything else right now there, Gatman? Keep the stream going. As the dog starts barking. Am I playing up on the screen there? Seems like I'm playing up. As the stream sort of loading. Alright there. Or is there just quite a bit of a delay from what I see with my images? Not the best. Let's see if I can get anything else up. Things are just loading in all now. Still 0 between Sydney and Perth Glory there. Perth Glory victory can send them above Wellington Phoenix into 3rd place. So a lot more on the line for the away team here. For Sydney, we're just one step closer to securing the Premier's plates for 1st spot. At the moment, no one's going to get any points. Looking good now. So there was an issue before, Gatman? Yeah, just wish the stream worked quite nicely. Just try and play around with a few different things in the meantime, I guess. Not that one. Click here for match details, but that's not coming up. Currently the stream somewhat loaded, 61st minutes. Milos Ninkovic, it's 123rd A-League game, 5th of all time for Sydney FC. So he's quite experienced. As a Perth Glory player, the number 27 is coming off the pitch with the physio. I do realise this is a good minutes behind the live stream there, but we're a lot more up to date like we were for the first half, so this could be a good sign of things compared to that 3-4 minute delay when things were buffering along before. So Perth Glory on the ball, they're coming into the box, trying to do a 1-2 passing move, and can they get the cross in here nicely? Comes to the number 6, crosses it in, headed away. No, I'm sorry, chat is like a minute delayed, I think. Check. Wow. How are we going to check? 1, 2, check. 1, 2, check. I'm not sure. Are you able to hear me say 1, 2, check right about now? If you do, tell me as soon as you hear me say 1, 2, check. As Sydney going to make a substitution here, number 5 Bowl Joan coming on for them. In the meantime, Perth Glory on the ball in possession as they try to search for this elusive goal in this A-League clash. But Sydney dispossessing. And going up for a corner potentially. It was right near the corner and 4-1 margin lines. But they won themselves a corner kick, Perth Glory. Number 88, Kilkenny over it. And ball swung in, cleared away, and out for a goal kick. Okay, yeah, it must be like a minute behind. Is this message card? Yeah, apologise for that, whole minute behind, really frustrating. Try and sort it out for the next stream, but unfortunately you're not going to be around for that one though. Corner kick here, left hand side for Perth, and swung in. And still over the ball here for Perth Glory, really a dangerous opportunity attack. And up for who's fallen? Might be a Sydney fallen. Just haven't seen you type in the stream. Okay, well I did type in stream before. Oh, okay. It's really strange. Apologies for that. Kasiri's coming off for Bowen John. It's official now. Okay, yeah, so we are behind then, sadly. Oh well, at least it means no spoilers of the game, I guess, from Gatman. As I might have an extra good old minute to see if there's any goals that's been scored. I did see a thing flash by say corrections, so it might be an offside goal coming up soon. Currently my stream stays 66 minutes in, as Sydney with a ball over the top there, and passing it to the keeper, Kilkenny, as he clears it away. And Perth on the ball. Halfway in the pitch there, skipping past the player. And swung in to the box. Ooh. No good. Just both teams trying to counter-attack each other there. And it's not quite working. Blame YouTube, not you. Oh, maybe it could have been me with a few different tabs loading and things. Might have caused a bit more of a delay. Was there a delay early in the stream? I think there was more up to date, but you were mentioning other things later on, so maybe we just didn't realise. If I have a look at my OBS studio settings there, see if the live thing and recorded thing's the same. Oh, I only got under live instead of recorded mode. Normally I do both. I don't know. But anywho, we're starting to wind down this match. But we're still waiting for the elusive goal out of this game there. If we have a look on the screen for other updates. 1-0 half time for LA Comets. 0-0 and a few other matches. Oh, we have a goal with Inglewood United scoring against Rockingham City to equalise. Armadale 1-0 up against Bayswater. Cockburn City 1-0 lead against Sorrento. A 3-0 lead now for Guelph Croatia over Perth Glory. Wow, they came out of nowhere. Oh, the Olympia Warriors against South Hobart ended in a 4-3 fuller victory for the Olympia Warriors. Here comes Sydney, dangerous attack, and not working. But yeah, carry on just talking about other stuff there, Gatman, in the meantime, when I'm able to see it myself. Is there like a minute delay for both ways, possibly? It's hard to know. But when you're able to see it, I don't think that has an impact on me necessarily, I guess. Here come Perth. Oh, good opportunity. Can they get the final shot away? And it's deflected just right off the goal. There was some decent chance there. Decent opportunity, and they do have themselves a corner kick too. Right hand side for Perth Glory with Kilkenny over it. Ball swung in and headed away by a Sydney player. But Perth back in possession. Second attack chance. Swinging it into the box on the far right hand side, but straight to the safe arms of the Sydney keeper. One thing I have is plenty of wine. Well, that will help. I'll say keep a few comments in coming at one time, so we can deal with the delay a bit better. With delay a bit better. There was a shot opportunity just before, somewhat missed for Sydney. Long range shots straight into the keeper's arms there. They had to be alert to it. And now they got themselves a corner kick, a goal kick for Perth. Headed up in the air, midfield. And taken, got 3-on-3 here for Perth. Down the right hand side. And able to read that one quite nicely, the Sydney keeper. And now Sydney are quick to get onto things themselves. And they send the through ball in, finds a player, and they're still on the attack. And it's going to go behind for a corner kick. It does. Sydney's got a corner kick, far right hand side. So what they can do with this one. And here they come. Ball swinging into the box. Cleared away. And Perth on the ball. Since the game is boring, what's your 5 most important items to have in quarantine, not including water? Alright, there we go. There's some interesting questions. Well, I wouldn't say toilet paper because I don't really care about messy butts necessarily, and everyone else seems to be quite worried. But in terms of important items, you have to say canned food would be one. Am I able to include multiple canned food options? Otherwise, if we just contain one canned food option, I guess I like spaghetti, so spaghetti canned food might be quite important. Yeah. In the meantime, just missed the substitute that was there for Perth. A few other things other than spaghetti canned food. Talk about the essentials. It's not water, so we're talking mainly food, I guess. Or other things. Yeah, it's hard to think of things really. 1 wine, 2 chocolate, 3 PlayStation, 4 cigars, and 5 meatballs. Yeah, I would not be necessarily the wine or the cigars or the PlayStation really, but the chocolate and meatballs I wouldn't mind. Yeah, chocolate's quite nice. Perth corner kick, ball swung in, and finds the goalkeeper's arms quite easily. Yeah, but are we counting canned food as one item, or are we counting it as separate items like spaghetti? Otherwise, might have like spaghetti, baked beans. We talk about all the important stuff because it really keeps well in cans and lasts for months, depending how long you're going to be in quarantine isolation for. So yeah, probably just have to go a few of those items in the midst. Otherwise, if we're talking about forms of entertainment or other things, it might include like chocolates and PlayStation and things in there, but obviously not essentials. And I wouldn't recommend smoking though, it's not good for your health, Batman. So 75 minutes in, still 0-0. Hopefully we're able to see a goal or two in this game. They got themselves another corner kick at Perth. What can they do this time? 9 corners to 7. So Perth goalie leading the corner card here. Kilkenny over the ball. Yeah, nice 1-2 passing. And got some space, but he gets a second crack at it, third crack at it. But ultimately blocked multiple times. See if I can get the sound back on in this match as well too. Since things are working a lot more smoothly. Here we go. Nice. See if you can hear that. Yeah, but baked beans, spaghetti would be a couple of my important items there. What luxury items would you keep? Would I keep? Well, why would I send any of my luxury items away there? I don't imagine anyone breaking into my house and stealing anything. So, ideally, I want to keep everything. You're meaning what items I want to add to things. Do you play FIFA? I have played Football Manager before. We got substituted here with Perth goalie Julian coming off for Polovic coming on. I recommend cigars to everyone. Life is short and they're amazing. Well, life is short because you're using cigars. Remember that. If you're not using cigars, you can have a longer life expectancy because of health and the effects it has on the liver, causing cancer and things like that. So you have to be somewhat careful there. Prevent things that majorly decrease your life expectancy in the end. But yeah, make the most of life as well too. Just don't cut off 20 or 30 years unnecessarily, I would say. But what luxury items would I keep? But yeah, so the luxury items. Luxury items I'd like to add could be completely different spectrum. Ninkovic, Barbarouses, Sydney, 14. Can they get a late goal here? Barbarouses with the love livery, but straight to the goalkeepers. Not too many 14 shots in this game. Just a defensive battle going on there, which is also reasonably exciting if you like defensive games. Most of us like to see quite a few goals scored. Grandfather was 300 labs, smoked and drank every day and lived to 96. Okay, well there's always going to be exceptions to the rules there, but the general rule is if your normal weight's there, according to the BMI index, so the body mass index, according to your height and according to your weight there, and if you don't smoke at all and you drink reasonably little, I guess, just a couple of drinks there and there, maybe the odd time being drunk or so each weekend or something, but if you do it all the time and smoking and quite heavy in weight there, then you can really say for those people generally they probably only live to 50, 60 or so. But yeah, your grandfather was very fortunate to get away with that. But most people unfortunately won't be able to survive with all that damage that causes to their bodies. Still 0-0 there, 1-0 for LA Comets, couple of 0-0s, 2-1 to Emmerdale, 0-0, 3-0 still for Krulup, Croatia, 1-0 to Cockburn City against Sorrento. So there's your latest NPL Western Australia live updates there, as well as a few other NPL matches going on. And for some reason I lost the game again. But yeah, final 10 minutes plus a bit of additional time before we take a bit of a break before we got the final match tonight between Melbourne City and Western Sydney. So definitely should see a few more goals scored on that one. You also have 3 wives and families. Jeez, are you making this stuff up? It seems quite crazy if this is a true story there, with a really big ass grandfather that's causing so much damage to the health there, and getting away with it and living quite old. I guess you can somewhat believe that because it does happen in a few minority cases, but it's really weird. And then to have 3 wives is reasonably unusual there. There's only a small group of people that do that as well too, but did he have 3 wives at the same time, or did he divorce multiple times and have children to other different families as the things there? Because I know in different countries, that it's legal to be married to multiple people at the same time, but in other countries, of course, like in New Zealand, you only can be married to one person at one time there. And yeah, well, once the second wife or their third wife comes along, does he keep that a secret from them? It's kind of more difficult to find 3 willing wives at the same time, or a second or third wife that comes along and discovers that he's been previous relationships, marriage there, with kids as well too, for it to all work together. It seems quite crazy. I'm not here was the revolution of West Hungary in the 50s. Wow. Okay, well, I guess I believe you there, Gatman. I mean, I don't really have anything to gain if I don't believe you, so I guess you don't really have anything to gain off me, unless you're looking for some bizarre reactions and commentary, I guess, to get us through these last final minutes, which is turning out to be quite a dull affair. Disappointingly, I managed to see the first half for the first time for quite a while on the phone. The second half's been playing up off and on, but hasn't lived up to the hype that I would have expected. And yeah, Hungary, that's a bit of a different country there in the 1950s. But yeah, hard times to change, though. I wouldn't think many people at all would be smoking and drinking every day and being heavyweights, because they'll probably get told by families, their friends, and doctors and lots of different professions that's not good for them, and that should give them the extra encouragement to stop all that unnecessary activity. One family he left in Hungary, his first family in America, broke up when he went to jail. His third family got married to a girl 20 years younger than him when he was 65. Wow. She had one child at 45. Jeez. Yeah, so many unnecessary dangerous risks there for the health. So yeah, hopefully you learn from him. The grandfather. There you get then. I wouldn't recommend all these different activities. Now here, just an interesting person who led a different kind of life, not bragging. But yeah, first family in America broke up when he went to jail. I mean, guess that makes sense, depending how long the prison sentence is for there. It's very difficult to support someone that goes to prison at all. But yeah, that really puts a big strain on the relationship. One family he left in Hungary. Wonder why he left in Hungary for. That one I'm not can't comment on. His third family, he got married to a girl 20 years younger than him. He was 65. Oh yeah. Covered that a bit there. 20 years age difference. I suppose that's basically the only okay thing he's done, really. But I'll find it pretty uncomfortable myself if I was to go out with a 43-year-old, since I'm 23 years old myself. There. But hey, that's just me. These relationships with the different ages, that's fine according to the law, and fine with the mental and physical health, I guess, as well too. Apart from the lady there having a child at 45 years old, I think most people don't recommend that though. My uncle is 10 years younger than me. Is that normal? Uncle. Wait. How's uncle's work again? It's. Somewhat get confused with the family tree and uncles and things. Might as well just have a bit of a look up, since this match doesn't seem to be working. But as we can see, it's still 0-0, 88 minutes in. Uncle relationship. I should know what the uncle relationship is there, but it just gets Is the brother of a parent. Okay. Yeah, so it's a relationship with the parent there, so that would mean what does that mean in summary? 5 years in jail. He got into a fight, didn't know the language, he got the manslaughter charge. He left his family hungry because I think he did some crazy things against the Soviets, had to win. Yeah, well, that was some crazy times back then in the 1950s, I guess. But yeah, 5 years in jail. Yeah, and yeah, the first relationship, unable to work through that, unable to forgive and forget, and put up with being somewhat lonely, with finding what's popping in for visits into the jail cells and things like that. So they made that difficult decision. And yeah, so what, the third relationship marriage ended up working out alright, I suppose. Yeah, so he's just about finished this game. It seems like it might just be 0-0, which is really disappointing. I'm sorry about that, guys, but nothing I can do to affect these A-League matches. But what I can say is I'll be back again very, very soon after this match is finished, because I've still got the Melbourne City and Western Sydney live watchalong game to come along as well too. So stay tuned for that one. We're going to see a few more goals being scored, as my prediction. Choose some more of the statistics for this match then. Into the 90th minute. So just the stoppage time to go. So 12-9 shots for Sydney and 4-1 on target as well too. 51% to 49% possession for Sydney, 14-12 fouls for Perth. No yellow cards, so surprisingly in this match there, so reasonably disciplined, but usually when there's yellow cards being awarded, usually means there's a lot more intense of the match, so yeah. Oh, he introduced me to soccer, so I just miss him sometimes. Well, yeah, fair enough for missing him, but living to 96 though, he had really good innings there, and I suppose he had some really interesting stories to share on his life. So, yeah, thank you for sharing them to me there, Gatman, and commiserations for your loss there. And yeah, one of the main things, he introduced you to soccer there, and that allowed you to find me. So, have to feel pretty privileged about that, at least. So, if they updated what the live table would look like then, if this result is to stands, yeah, I think they have. So that means Perth Glory, if this game is to end a draw, would be in 5th place there with 31 points, 2 points behind my club, the Wellington Phoenix, who's got 33 points. And Perth Glory, after losing a couple of games and a draw prior to that, the 4 games winless, it seems. And for Sydney, they only dropped 4 games the other season, winning 15, drawing 2, losing 2, 47 points, 4 wins in the past 5. That's ultimately a draw for a 12-point lead. Wouldn't be the worst of things there. There's only good 7 matches left to go after that for them. And I'm sure they probably get over the line ahead of Melbourne City, Wellington Phoenix, Brisbane War, Perth Glory, to get themselves that Premier's plate as well too. So 93rd minutes now. So just about winding down the stream here. Feel free to let me know any other thoughts and comments there. Is it just Gatman that's been here for this whole entire second half? National Sports Loaded, of course, was here for the first half. But yeah, currently got just the 2 viewers and 2 lights. So that's been unfortunate. Apparently we did have more viewers early on in the stream, but for whatever reason, maybe my fault, maybe YouTube's fault with some of these delays. Up to 3 people again, so that's nice. But yeah, hopefully you guys that are watching this, that's not Gatman because he's busy for tonight's other match between Melbourne City and Western Sydney will come along as we climb up to 4 somehow right at the end of the game, maybe to dissect this result between Sydney and Perth Glory once you're able to get through this minute delay, being at 0-0, 94 minutes in. Seems just a few seconds, a few minutes away from ending this game. It'll be the first 0-0 game I have commentated on, and I can tell you, looking at this, it is 0-0. Wow, oh my god, Sydney had a 1-on-1 chance at the last seconds. Well, they had the chance then. I missed it. I have a A-League Live blog thing here. Should have gone on this whole time. Foxsport.com. Foxsport.com was the match commentary thing. That was the website. I only just remembered now. I only just got it up now. Sydney should have got the 3 points, but ultimately it was a pretty flat game. And yeah, as it turns out, it is Carvin White who went for a 2-2 draw that has managed to claim 2 out of 5 A-League predictions correct. So well done to him with their 1 goal scored in 2 games. So he's 2 out of 2. Well, me and Gatman 1 out of 2. Got it all to do with the 3 matches coming up: Western Sydney and Melbourne City. I've gone for Melbourne City. Carvin White and Gatman have gone for Western Sydney themselves. So yeah, hopefully Melbourne City can come through so I can catch up to Carvin White there. But yeah, Carvin White, big shout out to him. 2 out of 2 so far. Thought Sydney would get the job done quite easily. I went for a 3-0 victory. Gatman a lot more conservative with a 1-0 win. And yeah, they'll just about managed to win it right at the end, it seems, as well too. But full time 0-0 draw in this match between Sydney FC and Perth Glory. Yeah, as we see here, it was Adam personally signals full time here in Sydney as Sydney FC and Perth Glory play out a goalless draw. We hope you have enjoyed the coverage of this match on Fox Sports Match Centre. Don't forget, you can keep up with all your football news and video on foxsports.com.au/football and Foxtel. Subscribers can stay informed up to the minutes on Channel 500. Fox Sports News, there's still plenty of football action to come today, so make sure you stay tuned for the next match, which is between Western Sydney and Melbourne City. Cheers Nate, good luck. Yes, definitely do need it. As yeah, Carvin White 2 for 2, and we both stuck at 1 for 2. So yeah, thumbs up, subscribe, and I think I'll bounce out of here so I can get a little bit of a break before we come back along in a good half an hour from now. So make sure you stay tuned for the next one. Thank you, and I'm off very soon.